Origin. Number 1. Part 1 of 4, The Hill. That their building is the Howlett Estate. That their building is the Howlett Estate. They say it was built on a foundation of tears. Aye, a right terrible tragedy it was. Just after the place was built, the elder boy took ill all of a sudden and died. They buried him here on the grounds. That was such a desperate, sad day for everyone. Well, that must have been so awful, Mr. Kenneth. It was at that, young Rose, of course. We don't talk about it much up on the hill. Poor Mrs. Howlett was sent away to the madhouse, so they say. After she came back, things were never the same. And is it true about the old man? Is he really as bad as they say down in the village? You'll never hear me say this, mind. But if you ask me, the old man's one to be avoided. He ain't like his son. Self-made millionaire. Made a fortune in copper ore, but a miserable blighter when it comes to anyone of our station. Young Master John's a good man, but he and his father don't abide each other. There's a lot of sadness up here. That's how it's been ever since the tragedy. If you ask me, girl, this bloody place is bad luck. So what brings you up from the village, young Rose? My parents, sir. It was the influenza. What took 'em both. I ain't got nobody no more. Mrs. Hopkins knew my auntie down in the village. She thought as how I'd be a good companion for young Master James. I mean, what with the mistress taken ill and him being the only child and all. Honest to God, sir, I'm right scared. They never said what me duties was supposed to be. I ain't never been around such finery before. And you won't again, lass. Not in your lifetime. There ain't no other place like the Howlett Estate in all of the country. Tell me, how old are you, Rose? 12, Mr. Kenneth. Aye, well, if you want to be 13, you'll keep yourself to yourself and do exactly as you're told. You're pretty. Well, ain't you the charming one? And what would your name be? I like your hair. Why, thank you, sir. Do you live up here at the house? Yeah, ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh, you little... That's Logan's boy. He's a bad apple, that one, and make no mistake. I'm sorry, Miss Hopkins. I'd better get me things. Both of them are him and that no-good father of his, always scowling at everyone and mistreating the animals. I don't know why Master John keeps him on. You mark my words, girl. You're a dirty bunch of scoundrels. Them Logans, the boy just as much as his father. Mr. Logan's the groundskeeper up here. You don't go within 50 yards of that man, understand? Now then, let's take a look at you. You'll be meeting Master John in a few minutes. Look at the state of you. You look like you was dragged through a hedge backwards. It's a big opportunity for a young girl, Rose, especially seeing as how you can read and write and all. I done you a great favor to get you away from the bottom of the hill, child, so don't mess it up. So don't mess it up. I'm telling you, John, you should have listened to me instead of those blasted bankers of yours. I didn't hand you half of my money so you could squander it. I'm not you, Father. I have a different way of doing things. Different? Pah! Well now, what have we here? A new face, I see? This is young Rose from the village, sir. You inquired about her being young Master James' new companion? So you're Rose, are you? Tell me, Rose, what do you think of my home? Do you like it? Speak up, child. It's very big, sir. Ha ha. Well put, Rose, but don't worry, you'll get used to it soon enough. Mr. Hopkins, we'll show you to your room upstairs. I think my son James is going to like meeting you very much. Woo! Ah, ha, 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 ha. Can I have my hoop back, please? Please? Here. Woo! Every day that passes up here on the hill, dear diary, I fear the house gets bigger and bigger. So many rooms. I'm not sure if I will ever find my way around it. Poor James is so frail and sickly. His allergies keep him inside for most of the day, although we do manage time in the garden at sunset. But he is a good boy, nonetheless, an attentive child, I think. Master John seems awfully nice, but so busy attending to matters of the estate, he acts very kindly towards me. I never see Mistress Elizabeth. No one does except Mrs. Hopkins, our housekeeper. It's very sad. James misses his mother terribly. As for the old man, I think he's a cruel old buzzard, always griping and complaining. He visits from the east every week. I'm sure Master John would sooner he stayed in the city. There's one other child who comes by the house to work, the Logan boy. I'm sure I don't even know if he has a first name. Everyone calls him Dog. He's a gaggle of scraps and bruises, that one. I'm certain the boy secretly admires me. I catch him peeking up towards my window often, but of course, he does his level best to pretend it's by accident. His father, Mr. Logan, drinks at all hours of the day and curses at everyone he sees. I fancy he beats his son as often as looks at him. That boy is going to cause me trouble, I'm sure of it. Since there are only 3 children up here at the house, I think it's only natural we should all be friends, dear diary, don't you? And what great friends we have become. James is very fond of Dog. I am certain it's doing him some good to be around a boy his age, despite his allergies. Poor thing, James can't be too long away from the shade, and the water makes his skin all blotched like a snapping turtle. I sometimes wonder if he wants to swim with Dog and me, but he seems content to paddle on the shore. I must confess, dear diary, we've been having a wonderful summer. We're all the best of friends now, I think. Yet some small measure of sadness remains about us, like a cloud. At the end of our day, James and I returned to that sparkling, wonderful house on the hill. The poor Dog must always go back to his life down below. James! James! Oh, where are you, boy? Blast your hide! Haha, she can't find us. She's probably in trouble. Maybe we should fess up. You like her. Do not. Do so. Don't say that again. I'll bust your nose. La la la. I love woes. La la la. La. Ah! Ooh! Shoo! Ah! Sploosh! James! James, hang on. Quit your struggling. Help! Ah! I can't swim. Okay. I got you. Master John, I swear to heaven, I didn't know he was at the pond. I only turned my eyes for a minute. Oh, sir, if only I'd see him run off. Hush, Rose, don't concern yourself so. You're getting wetter than these 2 scallywags. Don't worry about any ramifications, Logan. Let's just be relieved everyone's intact, shall we? Boys will be boys, after all. Here, child, dry yourself with this. What? You're letting them go without punishment? In my day, the boy would have been flogged, as would his father in my day. This isn't your day, Papa. Thomas, I want you to take your boy home and take care of him, understood? Oh, I will, sir. I'm so sorry, Papa. I didn't mean anything by it. Let that be a lesson to you, boy. If I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. Our kind and their kind don't mix. Them people, they don't understand how it is down below. They live in their big, fancy houses, and we live in the dirt. You'll remember this one day, boy. You'll thank me for it. You understand me? Yes, sir. Good boy. Here, this'll set you to rights. How I feel for poor James. The child is so terribly ill all the time. I think his melancholy makes him worse. He misses his mother, who is so distant yet so close by. It's enough to catch a glimpse of her as she takes air on occasionally up on her balcony. James. What is it, James? Come away now, James. Let's get you back inside before you catch a germ. Do hurry, James. You remember what happened last time. Woos, look, it's Dog. Huff. Wait, Dog, come back. Crunch. Christmas has been such a lovely season, dear diary. James received a special gift from his father, a sweet little puppy. I can't tell you how excited he was. Today it was Boxing Day. Master John was so funny about it, and so kind. He served up honey punch dressed in one of Mrs. Hopkins' aprons. How the servants laughed. What nonsense. John, where's the decorum in acting like a fool in front of the servants? Papa, just for one day I'm not going to allow you to spoil my fun. It's Boxing Day, and I'd rather like the tradition of serving the help for one afternoon. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go and wish someone a Merry Christmas. Hello, Rose. Why so glum? Oh, sir, I'm awful sorry. It's just I miss Ma'am and Dad so much. Ma'am'd always make me a pretty new dress at Christmas. Yes, well, that's a shame now. I really must get back to the party. Well, look what we have here. Does this belong to you, young lady? Here, a rose for a rose. Oh, sir. Oh, Master John, I don't know what to say. Hush, child. Go and thank Mrs. Hopkins. She's the one who told me about your Christmas dress. Boom, crash. Uh-oh, sounds like the help is getting into the punch again. Merry Christmas, Rose. Master John, sir, the boy was spying in the window. Oh, for goodness sake, Kenneth, let the boy go. He's done no harm. You're Logan's boy, aren't you? We haven't seen you around here much lately. I'm sorry, Master John, sir, honest. Here, James is busy with his new puppy. I doubt he'll miss one more toy. What do you say? Oh, thank you, sir. Merry Christmas, sir. Good boy. Now be off with you. This is the final straw, John. Are you going to hand them the keys to the safe next? I won't stand for it. What do you mean you won't stand for it? This is my house, Father. Yes, and built on the strength of my money. Your money? Ah, so it returns to you each and every time you find displeasure with me, does it? How dare you talk to your father that way? Look at him up there, living like kings in a bloody castle. Think they're God Almighty. Do they better than us? I hate him, all of the bastards. Especially Soft John. Thinks he's too good for someone like me. But he ain't. At least the old man knows his place. He knows how to treat a servant. So he does Soft John don't even know how to treat his wife. Steady, Logan. Get your bleeding hands off of me. They ain't like we are too bleeding good for us. Papa, Papa, look what Master Howlett gave me. What did I tell you, boy? What did I tell you? No, Papa, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it, I swear. I'll make you sorry, you hear me? No, Papa. Ow. Whack. Papa, no. Smash.